Welcome to our last session of this week for the 26th and 27th of March. We have been exploring Justice as Encounter from the Church of England's live Lent material, Embracing Justice. Today's session is on Contagious Holiness. Our reading comes from Mark 2, verses 13 to 22. Once again, Jesus went out beside the lake. A large crowd came to him, and he began to teach them. As he walked along, he saw Levi, son of Alphaeus, sitting at the tax collector's booth. "Follow me," Jesus told him, and Levi got up and followed him. While Jesus was having dinner at Levi's house, many tax collectors and sinners were eating with him and his disciples, for there were many who followed him. When the teachers of the law, who were Pharisees, saw him eating with the sinners and tax collectors, they asked his disciples, "Why does he eat with tax collectors and sinners?" On hearing this, Jesus said to them, "It is not the healthy who need a doctor, but the sick. I have not come to call the righteous, but sinners." Now John's disciples and the Pharisees were fasting. Some people came and asked Jesus, "How is it that John's disciples and the disciples of the Pharisees are fasting, but yours are not?" Jesus answered, "How can the guests of the bridegroom fast when he is with them? They cannot, so long as they have him with them. But the time will come when the bridegroom will be taken from them, and on that day they will fast. No one sews a patch of unshrunk cloth on an old garment. Otherwise the new piece will tear away from the old, making the tear worse. And no one pours new wine into old wineskins. Otherwise the wine will burst the skins, and both the wine and the wineskins will be ruined. No, they pour new wine into new wineskins." There is a paradox at the heart of acting justly. To do justice requires passion, fire, a keen sense of injustice, and compassion for those who suffer. Yet deep passion can easily lead to new forms of injustice, as those who disagree or lag behind are excluded, criticised, and caricatured as uncaring or evil. One answer is to consider ourselves part of this fellowship of grace, and this should prevent us ever thinking of ourselves as superior. Another is to follow the example of Jesus. Sin was regarded as contagious, and so good people refused to eat with sinners. Human beings like to separate themselves off from those whose words, lifestyles or beliefs they disagree with or which make them uncomfortable. Yet Jesus did the exact opposite. Instead of treating sin as contagious, he practiced contagious holiness, showing a love so profound that it drew others into new life and relationship. And our prayer for today. Holy God, we are both inspired and fearful before your holiness. May you transform our hearts so that we can become people whose holiness and justice are expressed in contagious love and grace. Amen.